Hey everybody, just wanted to do a quick update. This is my quarantine tank that I've got in my shower stall in the bathroom down near my fish room in the basement. And I recently had some really nasty looking stuff growing in the filter area. I'll go ahead and attach a card to that video if you didn't already see it. It's worth going and having a look at it. It was really gross looking stuff. One of my viewers told me what it was, and when I looked it up, one of the descriptions on the website described it as looking like tissue paper in the water. And that's exactly what it looked like. It was all growing inside this filter, and it's called white water mold. It's actually a fungus, not a mold. It's naturally occurring. It can happen pretty much anywhere at any time, but it grows best in dark conditions with low circulation, and this area was very poorly lit. All I had was the overhead light in the bathroom down here, which is not very much, and it certainly wasn't enough for like photosynthesis. I couldn't have grown plants in there or anything like that. Speaking of which, that's just some plants that are being treated with the ChemiClean. Once they're treated, they'll go in another tank somewhere. But this white water mold only grows on PVC and ABS plastic, and that's why I didn't have it growing on the glass in the tank. I didn't have it growing on the woodwork or the heater. It was only growing all inside and all over the filter, and then of course some pieces had broken loose and were kind of free floating in the water, and enough time had gone by I would have had sheets of it floating in the water. It's a biofilm type fungus, and it would have just grown into big sheets of it and looked like tissue paper floating around in the water. So I've stripped it out. This is actually a new filter. It's not new, it's just a different filter. I had two of them. One was in here on the quarantine tank, and one was just sitting in the other room. So the one that had the white water mold in it is now sitting out in my yard and is going to get sterilized before I ever bring that even back in the house again. And this one will not only have this light on it now, that's just an old outdoor floodlight that's 6500K. It's pretty intense. So that's going to be on it, which will also give my tank a little bit of light. And I never plugged in or used the UV sterilizer that was in that because I didn't see any need to, being that it was just a quarantine tank. So now that I've got this new one on here, I'm also going to hook up the UV light in there and have that running, and then this tank should be free of that white water mold, which is actually a fungus and not a mold despite its name. So right now the tank's got hydrogen peroxide and a little bit of rubbing alcohol in it. I'd put about 2 or 3 ounces of rubbing alcohol, isopropyl alcohol in there, and I put about 4 or 5 ounces of hydrogen peroxide in there. So that's pretty much sterilized by now. I don't have anything that's going in there for the moment, so I'm just going to let it sit overnight. Tomorrow I'll drain it, refill it with fresh water, and then I will get the new filter up and running and begin the process of getting that cycled in. So mystery solved. It's called white water mold, and it is actually a fungus, not a mold. So thanks again to everybody who offered me their help. And thanks for the actual correct identification of it being white water mold. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope that helped. I'll see you real soon in the next one.